Welcome back, guys, to a new episode. This is our first Q&A. We put out a couple of posts a week or so ago to try and get you guys to ask us a few questions about ourselves, and let's get into the first lot of questions. And what have we got as the first question?
First question is, who are we and where are we from?
Do you want to answer that, or?
Sure. So I'm Angela, Michael, and we have a 9, soon to be 10-year-old son, Chad, and we are based in tropical far north Queensland, so that's our home base at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah. Next question actually come from a few people, so we've had quite a few people reach out and ask us if we're travelling full time.
So at the moment we're not travelling full time. We head off for trips for a weekend or a couple of weeks at a time. We do have plans of travelling full time in the future. Things are being put back a little bit due to obviously van builds, vehicle builds, things like that. So yeah, hopefully that helps out a little bit. Want to add to that?
Yeah, I think we're kind of just working in with time frames at the moment, which is what we're waiting for. Timings get pushed out, which has obviously pushed our plans out a bit further than we would have liked, but I mean, we still get to part-time travel, which is what we enjoy doing, so we're still doing what we can while we can.
Plus Angela does work full-time at the moment as well. We'll have to see where things go in the future in that circumstance. Whether she'll be able to work full-time and be on the road, or part-time and be on the road, or
maybe part-time.
Just no time on the road.
I think that would be living the dream. It's just
Living
travelling
the dreams,
and no
that's
work. Alright, so next question actually came from Tracy and Chris from Aussie Encounters. So we've met those guys a few times on their travels up here. So
How you going, guys?
They have a great YouTube channel. We do follow along with those guys and watch watch what they get up to. So head on over and check them out.
Check out their contents. There's really good contents as well.
Yeah. So they wanted to know, when we do start traveling full time, what are our plans? Do we have set time frames, start end dates, which I think we kind of touched on a little bit.
So yeah, we touched on that a little bit, obviously. No, we don't have a time frame. We plan on traveling full time for as long as possible. Love being on the road. I've done a fair bit of traveling in the past in a rooftop tent and swags, so I have seen quite a bit of Australia. This time I'm going to do a lot more of it with the family, and in a bit more comfort, obviously. So yeah.
Lovely. Greg wants to know if we have a caravan yet.
Yes, we do have a caravan, Greg, in order. It's been in order for 12 months, just over 12 months. It was due the end of this year, and unfortunately they've pushed us back till probably mid next year. Not very happy with it, but what can you do? The company we've gone with, we're not going to announce at the moment, so you have to look for future videos. When we do get a bit closer, it will be announced. We've stuck with this brand due to the fact of good pricing. They've looked after us, they've let us know what's going on. Yeah, like, I really can't fault their vans from what I've spoken to and seen and heard of. They have little niggly problems, which every dealer does. But yeah, we're gonna stick with this company and see where things go in the future, but we will have videos updating that later on, and hopefully the van's not quite as long as what they're saying.
Yeah. Next question comes from Ray, and he wants to know where you brought your car and how long did we wait for it?
So we bought our car our Nissan Patrol in Cairns through Cairns dealer. We waited 5 months roughly, which was right in the middle of COVID. Things seem to have gotten worse, and you're waiting nearly 2 years for vehicles these days. So yeah, that was it, was it?
Yeah, I think Westco Nissan are great to deal with in Cairns. They were really informative, so they kept us in the loop. Like, maybe once a month, once every 2 months, they'd give us a bit of a call, let us know where we're up to. And our car actually came in a little bit ahead of time. So when we got that last call, we were expecting another update, but we actually got told that the car had arrived and we could go and pick it up. So couldn't have faulted Westco Nissan in Cairns. They were amazing to deal with, good pricing, great service, and the people there were just amazing to talk to. So yeah, if you're in the market for a Nissan Patrol and you want to have a look around, hit up Westco Nissan in Cairns. I don't think you'd be disappointed. We were pretty happy.
Well, no, we're not sponsored by them. Just to add that in too, unfortunately. But yeah, so how's our beautiful back truck today? We've got a bit of rain coming in and out, but hopefully it stays held off for the time being.
I think that's part of what makes tropical far north Queensland is you do get the sunny days, which are amazing, but you also get the cooler days that bring a little bit of rain that just cool everything down, and sometimes they're a little bit more comfortable to get out and do things when you dodge the rain.
Righto, so next question.
Lovely. The next question was from Jazz, and she wanted to know why we started YouTube.
Like I said before, I've done a hell of a lot of travelling. I never taped anything. I had hundreds of SD cards with lots and lots of photos in places I'd been. So yeah, I'd mainly do it for reference for ourselves on where we've been, places we've seen. Also to let the family check out where we're going, what we're doing, show them some of the beautiful places. So basically it's like a bit of a photo album sort of thing, and you guys are lucky enough to see our travels and what we do as well. So hopefully that sort of answers your question. We just do it for the love of it. We're now enjoying making the contents for you guys too. So if you don't mind our contents, hit the subscribe button, like, leave us comments. We love to hear from you guys. And we'll always try and get back to you as soon as we can.
Yep. Lovely. Tian wants to know, have you done much travelling before YouTube? Which I think we've kind of answered a few times.
Sort of answered that one.
Yeah. We have done a lot of travelling, both before children and after children. So a lot of our travelling has been in rooftop tents or swags and tents. But yeah, I think
we're stepping it up a bit with a bit more comfort.
We want the comfort.
We want to be basically able to set up a little spot and explore around there, move to the next destination and explore there too. Be able to have a nice bed to go home to and cook, and when the weather isn't so crash hot, somewhere to actually hide out from the horrible weather at times. As you might be getting a little bit of this wind at the moment, and hopefully you're not, but yeah, it is a bit blowy at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, I think even though we love travelling and what we've done, I think at the end of the day when you've been out exploring or you've been climbing rocks and walking kilometres, the last thing you feel like doing is coming back and setting up a rooftop tent or a swag and then getting everything out to cook. So the next step for us is getting that caravan and having the luxury of a home, but having the ability to take it wherever we want, which is pretty much a dream come true. Yeah. Warren has asked a question and he wants to know what modifications you've done on the Patrol.
Okay, we've done a GME CB radio in the car. I've done a exhaust through, which you would have seen as well. There's a video on that. We've done the 12 pin from a 7 pin to tow with, and the 2 Anderson plugs, and a Red Arc brake controller. We've done those so far to the Patrol. We're sort of up in arms with suspension at the moment. We do know we need to upgrade the suspension if we were keeping the Patrol. We're also possibly looking at something maybe a little bit bigger, but that's not 100% at the moment. It's just a
like a
thought,
wish list.
and see where we go. A little bit more payload, obviously, with a caravan is always good. The Patrol's a great vehicle to tow with.
And a great vehicle all round.
Yeah, they just don't have a huge amount of payload, which basically they don't, 200s don't. You need to go to the American trucks to have a bit more payload these days. That's about all I'm going to give you. It's just a thought at the moment, but there's our mods at the moment for our Patrol though.
I think it's good to mention too the exhaust system that we put in. We bought a Talk It exhaust system. Bought it, I think it was delivered maybe 7 days after we brought it, and it was something that we were able to install ourselves. So even from someone who doesn't know a spanner from a wrench, I was able to get under there and do what I could to help out. So if you are looking to upgrade
It's quite a
your exhaust, it's very
easy
straightforward.
process.
And if you read the instructions, like I did, it is very straightforward and simple. So
Which no male does.
no, that's why we need the women there to know when they're mucking up. But yeah, and that's
So yeah, check out that video on our installing the Talk It exhaust if you want. Any more?
Nope.
No more.
no, not yeah. I think I haven't checked the questions. There could be a couple more questions, but we'll definitely get back to you guys if there's any questions we haven't answered. Our son, who's normally with us, is off exploring at the moment, so there was a question or two in there for him, I think. But he's having the time of his life. This is what he does when he gets out. He'll go and find things, and it keeps him so entertained and so quiet. It's amazing. For a 9-year-old to be quiet, it's amazing. So we just let him go.
So thanks guys for all your comments, much appreciated. Hopefully this helps out and gives you a little bit more background on us guys. If you've got any more questions, please feel free to send us a question or 2 or 3.
Or pop them in the comments. We're always happy to get comments from you guys. We love getting the comments when we put up videos and they say that, you know, they've been there and you guys enjoyed the area too, or you live near there. Like, we love those comments.
So yeah, and if you see us around, give us a hello. Come say hi. Don't be shy.
Yeah, it's usually the men that'll point each other out first, and the men that end up talking more. So
Well, thanks a lot guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.